Welcome back, guys. This is Gaming with Alston. Today, we are on episode 38 of Pyramid City. I like to joke about what we're gonna do today, this episode. We're gonna continue on. Marriage eats nothing but raw meat. I don't eat any meat whatsoever. Yet I have a lot more muscle than he does. I have a lot more meat on my body than he does. Vegans can build muscle. Huang Chol Soon is definitely on roids. If branch chain amino acids don't work for me, what would I look like if I was on steroids? Because Chol Soon, South Korean bodybuilder, he's definitely on steroids. He's definitely on high doses of anabolic roids. Just like Stewie from Family Guy in the episode where Stewie works out at a boxing gym. There's this episode of Family Guy where Stewie was put on anabolic growth hormones. There is this bodybuilder who's pretty tiny. His name is Tristan Lee. People think he's taking steroids, but those people are not taking his height into account. He's very short. Eats people think he's on high doses of steroids, but let me tell you something. He may look like a 10-year-old boy on steroids, but he doesn't shoot up roids. He looks like he's on steroids, but that's actually because he's very short. So he's definitely natural. Red flag of steroid usage: acne. An unusual growth of body hair would be another sign of steroid use. Would be another red flag that you're on steroids. And shrunken balls. Steroids are known to shrink your balls. You don't need meat to get muscle. Because I am a vegan. You don't need meat to build muscle. It doesn't matter if it's raw or cooked. You don't need meat at all. I know, because I'm a strict vegan. There are vegan bodybuilders, too. Sverich calls veganism a mental illness. I call it a lifestyle that improves your health. Vitamin Shop or General Nutrition Center is where all the fat guys go after competition of strongman. If they were very lean, they're gonna have a hard time trying to lift half a ton. They're gonna have a hard time trying to lift that weight. Compared to when I just graduated from high school to today, not only have I gotten more shredded looking, but my neck's gotten pretty big. Skinny guy, big neck. Kind of like Corpse Grinder. Like, compared to when he first became the lead singer of Cannibal Corpse to today, his neck has grown. A lot. My neck's probably gonna be like that eventually. As long as I keep lifting weights. My neck used to be pretty tiny. Like, it used to be very thin. Now I have a very thick neck, now, for a skinny person. Just like Corpse Grinder, who is the front man of Cannibal Corpse. His neck's actually grown a lot. Maybe he should be the cover of Quaker Throats. Quaker Throats. Old-fashioned throat meal. Throat meal. Old-fashioned throat meal. It's not just headbanging to death metal that'll make your neck big. Heavy lifting can make your neck huge too. Eddie Hall has a pretty big belly. Michael Stivlakov. My neck's gotten pretty big. Because of not only I'm banging my head violently to death metal, but also lifting heavy weights. Those are the ingredients to having a massive neck. To get a big neck. Just like George Corpse Grinder Fisher. Look at this photograph. Every time it makes me laugh. Imagine if there was a picture of Corpse Grinder on a cover of Quaker throat. Because his neck is massive. Imagine if I made a photo of Corpse Grinder's neck. That'd be pretty fun. On a cover of Quaker... On a jar of Quaker Oats. And I renamed it to Quaker Throats. Good quality throat meal. Look at this photograph. Every time it makes me laugh. If my mugshot went viral because of the size of my neck. Eating rotten meat is one way spherage gets high. It's probably the only way spherage gets high. His mugshot went viral because of the size of his neck. Charles Dion McDowell. Throatograph. People often joke about McDowell's neck. One of those memes centered around Charles Dion McDowell is hard to swallow pills, challenge accepted. Look at the size of his neck. What a year of weightlifting does to your neck, it makes your neck huge. Like Corpse Grinder's neck. After about 20 years of headbanging to death metal. Quaker throats. Hard to swallow pills, challenge accepted. My neck's gotten pretty thick. Imagine if I ended up getting arrested and my mugshot went viral because of the size of my... I like to joke about the size of McDowell's neck. He was arrested on drug charges. And after he got arrested, his mugshot went viral. Quaker throats. Imagine getting a good old bowl of Quaker throats. Imagine a country in which you're forced to worship the leader, or else you get executed. That's what it's like in North Korea. That's probably what it was like in Nazi Germany. You think a woman screwing a horse, and you get there and there's a woman screwing a horse. Charles Dion McDowell can definitely drink peanut butter. Damn, his neck is huge. The size of my neck's gotten pretty big. If it wasn't for Corpse Grinder's massive neck, even his neck needs a separate annual pass to Disney World, because I see his neck, Corpse Grinder's neck, as a separate entity. Corpse Grinder is the neck god. Because his neck is massive. There's a picture on Instagram with Glenn Benton and Joachim Kans. I call that picture Power Metal meets Death Metal. Power Metal meets Death Metal. I call that post Power Metal meets Death Metal. There's a picture of Corpse Grinder with Rob Halford. Here's one that took the picture. His neck. Here's the one that ended up taking a picture. His neck has a remote control inside. That took a picture. That's how big his neck is. Every time he wakes up, his neck makes breakfast for him. Corpse Grinder went to Universal Studios and there was a picture of him with Homer Simpson, not even Homer can strangle him. His neck is massive. His neck is probably what prevents him from getting a concussion when he windmills the hell out of his hair. That's how he can handle that high-speed windmilling. His neck is massive. That's probably a pretty good advantage. As well as lifting weights. Because your body needs more oxygen when you lift heavy. Which means your neck has to get wider. Much wider. Corpse Grinder's got a pretty thick neck. He's probably got the biggest neck I've seen in real life, in person. He's got the biggest neck I've ever seen. Imagine Homer Simpson trying to strangle him. He's gonna have a hard time strangling that thick neck. Not even Donald Trump can strangle him. Because not only his Corpse Grinder's neck is huge, but Trump's hands are tiny. Charles Dion McDowell's neck is pretty big. My neck is pretty big, too. I do have a short neck. There's a video involving wide neck and daddy long neck. I call Corpse Grinder the neck god. Another neck god, Charles Dion McDowell. Because look at the size of his neck. My neck's gotten pretty big. From all the weightlifting and headbanging to death metal. Slayer's what started the death metal scene. Especially the album Rain in Blood. I listen to a lot of heavy metal. I'd rather keep... Heavy metal's the only good genre there is now. As well as punk rock. Those are the only good genres of music there is. In the modern world. Because all that pop music they play on the radio is shit. It's pretty bad. Except for Despacito, and that's probably about it. One of those Spy Kids memes is about Charles Dion McDowell. His head being put on the head of a thumb. Look at it. I like how people joke about his neck. Most of us would have a most of the porn stars would have a hard time doing their acts on a horse. But McDowell would probably have it pretty easy because his neck is massive. That horse's thing is huge. Even the size of that horse's thing would make Prince Yashua jealous. It'd probably make Jonah Falcon jealous. Because even though he has the largest thing for a human in the world. He's actually an actor. For all the popular... he actually played a role in Law and Order. People think he's carrying a bomb in his pants, but really, it's his thing. Why? People are known to do weird shit on the internet. The dark web can be is pretty traumatizing. Quaker throats. His Jonah Falcon's thing measures at about 13.5 inches when rock hard. But when it's squishy like a gummy bear, it's only about 9 inches. Anyways, this is it. This should be it for this video. Don't forget to leave a like if you like this video. Dislike if you disliked it. Subscribe for more. Don't forget to share this with your friends on social media, and as always, thank you for watching, stay tuned for more, and cheers.